Hello, good day, beautiful people. I am the Inspirational Lady Noble 365 Tarot. Welcome to my channel. I greatly appreciate you being here. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. I trust you will love this vibe, and everything you need to know about me is in the description below. This will be past, present, or future. You or someone around you, so take it, resonates, and leave the rest for someone else. This is a general read. This is not a personal read. If you like a personal read, check out the description below, and I'll be happy to assist you with doing so. Keep in mind that tarot is a tool. It is not the final rule, so let's keep an empty cup when you are on Lady Noble's channel and you really want to see what's up. All are welcome here. All contributions are highly appreciated. Today we tap into the zodiac sign of Pisces, Sun, Moon, or Rising, or any placement in your chart. What is it the Pisces need to know for their highest good? Okay. Thank you all for your love and your support and your kindness. Okay, 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Let me get my cards together here. Pisces. Pisces, the fun and outgoing one. Wow, very intuitive. Very vibrant. Pisces, you could be in the energy of wanting to be a loner at this time. So much so where people could maybe look at you weird, maybe judge you. They may call you a loner. I'm not going to say you're introverted because I'm not picking that up. You have made a choice to possibly, Pisces, cut off certain people who does not serve you for your highest good. These could be old ways of being, doing, and existing. You are changing. You are, you are in agreement with the changes that are required in your life at this time, Pisces. So this could involve you maybe surrendering what no longer serves you. And this involves people, places, and things. So there are some friendships that you are no longer entangled with. You're no longer celebrating with people and they're wondering, what is the Pisces up to? How is it that they're so happy and content with hanging, solo dolo? How is it that, we thought something negative was going on with Pisces, but no, when we see them, they're smiling, they're taking selfies, they're dressing, they're going out, walking a dog, walking a cat, they're taking leaps of faith, their confidence is rise up, the sun is shining on them. So people could be, you're the topic of discussion. First of all, Pisces, you are the topic of discussion. People are talking about you and worried. Worried, yeah, they're worrying about you. They don't have a reason to worry about you, but there's an energy of possibly, a group of people being overly concerned, and it's because you've made some changes in your life. But these changes that you've made, this isn't anything sad or negative. You are just choosing to chill. Maybe you are someone who loves to have a good time and you are accustomed to, hey, being with your friends. But now Pisces is all of a sudden, this is what people are saying, they're all of a sudden okay by themselves. They used to hang with us. I haven't heard from them. They haven't came by. I text them. I told them about the party and they didn't show up. What is Pisces doing? Loving life. Loving life. So you have worked on your confidence. You know who you are. And you're also recognizing, there's something about you're recognizing, Pisces, that there's more peace and prosperity the more you disconnect. The more you disconnect from people, places, and things that don't serve you, it's like you're experiencing a growth. Like it's like, yeah, and it's all prosperity. The more you pull away. Now, this doesn't mean that you can't have friends or associates. This means that you are pulling away and no longer dealing with people who don't serve you for your highest good. These friends of your past, these could be people who just were into things that you weren't into. There were no like-minded energy, okay? You were on a different vibration, which means there was no like-minded energy. You were tolerating these people, Pisces, and being around them. Maybe you were at a time in your life where you were seeking validation, or you thought you had to be in the group or in the clique of these people. But you have found that, the things that they are into, you're not into. You could be into health and healing yourself. They want to party, arty, arty, 6, 7 days a week, and you're like, I want to meditate. And they're like, meditating, that's corny. And so instead of asserting yourself where you don't belong. You are choosing to only magnetize or entangle yourself with people whom you have things in common with. Okay. So that makes sense, because when you extend yourself to be around people and you know that you have nothing in common, you find yourself in constant disagreements. There's friction. You're constantly apologizing for who you are. You have to constantly explain, oh, well, why are you eating just vegetables today? Oh, well, why are you not eating no salt? Oh, we drinking. Why are you not drinking? You could also be someone who no longer partakes in drinking or smoking. You may have cut off some kind of vice, some kind of substance. Maybe you're going through a journey and you surrender in that. And it doesn't mean that you're going to be tempted if you are around these people. It just does not interest you. If a person stops, especially when it comes to drinking or any substance, when they cut that habit, it's not a fun thing to be around people who are, I'm about to say induced under the influence of alcohol. It's no longer, or maybe used to smoke a couple of spliffs. To each his own, do what you want, but I'm just explaining. If you don't smoke anymore, if you don't hit the broccoli no more, and your friends do, it's not fun to be around people once they inhale, exhale. Those are spirits and they are alternating substances. Once you consume them, that's why people often you hear about there's a lot of confrontation and friction and a lot of other things, dark things occur, which is a whole nother video, because when you are partaking in those different substances, you're leaving yourself open. You're like a portal for dark energy to attach to you. So you're no longer interested, Pisces, in doing these things. And so you're not passing judgment on anyone. You're choosing to judge yourself and accept the judgment that's taking place in your life. And there's nothing wrong with that. Simply beautiful, because you're recognizing, like I said, and you're also experiencing a positive increase in finances. This could be in your thoughts and feelings, how you feel about yourself, how you feel about the world, favor, opportunity. This could be you losing weight, looking great, just a lot of things. Your skin is clearing up. You're not full of anxiety. You're not constantly arguing or having little spats with people. And all of this newness is feeling good to you. So if you're in a state or place of your life and it's feeling good, Pisces, I say keep going. Why would you give that up? Why would you give that up? Yes, they were cool back then, but now it's not cool to be around people whom you have nothing in common with. And so this energy here, they're telling me to repeat it. If you are someone who is fighting some kind of addiction or surrendering some kind of vice, it's not that a person feels tempted to going back to drinking or using or whatever. It can be cigarettes, anything. It's the whole idea if you that you no longer enjoy being around that environment. It's not fun, it's not pleasurable, it's not the thing to do. So when you're leveling up in life and you're making changes, you want to change your environment. Your perception, the way you think and feel about yourself and people, makes you want to expand. Your viewpoint of life is expanded. So you want to get to know new energy. And so what you're doing now, Pisces, you're opening the pathway. You're letting go of the old friendship, leaving them where they are. And this isn't animosity, but it comes with that. So congratulations, whoever you are. It comes with that. There are going to be people that are going to be mad because you are independent. There are people who's going to be jealous because they can't have access to you. There are people who are going to be jealous and envious again because you are making changes for the better. And the more changes that you make in your life, it makes them look at themselves. Yes, they're in a group and they're partying and keying, but they're also witnessing the Pisces have a level up all by themselves, working with spirit, working with the universe. They're watching you have a level up. And trust me, they're looking like, wait a minute, it's many of us and it's one of them. And they doing all that. They got the sun shining on them. They're confident. Look at the foot hanging on the edge of the cliff. They're confident. They're trusting in source. Wow, they're looking good. They're dressing better. And they're happy, So as I always, inform the collective, when we witness people progress in life, we are, whether we know them or not, we're supposed to be inspired or encouraged to go work on our own lives and our own paths. We don't have to know them, we don't have to have a conversation, but we're supposed to be encouraged, not become jealous or envious. So you don't want to be around this energy. You don't want to be around a room full of smoke and people drinking, and it doesn't interest you. I get it, Pisces. I get it. I get it. I get it. I get it. So yeah, there's people, you turn your back on that. You are gone. That's done and over with. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours. Okay. All right. Stevie Wonder. Even Stevie can see you're through with that. With the Seven of Pentacles, you're busy planting those new seeds. These new seeds are opportunity for you. These new seeds are new people. This could be companionship. This could be new friends, someone just to meet. Doesn't have to be romantic, to make memories with, to travel with, maybe have a cup of coffee or tea with, to go for a walk. You're expanding your horizons. Maybe you're taking up a new hobby. Maybe you're going to further your education. You could be wanting to start a business, a brand. You're trying new things. And with the new energy that you're in, you're standing in your power. This old energy does not fit. Even if you allow them to stay in your life, and I'm picking up that you tried that, and that's what made you finally draw the line in the sand. Spirit is saying, you tried to continue your connection with these people, Pisces, and you found it was just what I just said. It was very uncomfortable. It was no longer fun to you. What y'all did on Friday night was whack. You showed up and you was like, you know what? I want to do something different. This is boring. Everybody laughing, kiki, and you were sitting in the corner or in the room like, I'm ready to go. I'm about to go home and Netflix and chill by myself and have a great time. You're on a whole new level. And so, we all come into our own awakening, here on planet Earth at our own divine timing. Everything has its own purpose. It won't happen the same time for everybody. And so that's the wonderful thing about removing yourself, as you're going through this awakening here, and not allowing yourself to be around people that's just not on your vibration, because it will create nothing but friction. While you're building, they will try to sabotage because they're going to think you're trying to one-up them. Like I said, you may change your eating habits. Oh, why are you eating that? They question everything you do. You start using a new word. Oh, you're trying to be uppity. They take everything. They would take everything as you do as a slide, or you're trying to shoot a shot. Oh, they trying to shade us. Oh, they trying to be arrogant. So that's why it is wonderful to increase your ability to fall back, 1,000-fold times 1,000. You want to make sure that you can disconnect immediately, because forcing yourself will not serve, Pisces, for your highest good. But this is a wonderful energy here, I just said you might be into meditation. What you want to go within for? What you want quiet time for? Who meditates? That's what, who. So that's why you separated. I'm picking up on that. Everything I'm saying is how these old friends are. And this is why you must sever karmic ties. These are karmics, and they are no longer on your vibration. And it's time for this cycle to end. And Pisces, you did it. You succeeded. You passed the test. You did it right on time. Leave the ties severed. People gonna always have opinions. There's too many people in the world to be concerned about a person's opinion of you. People gonna have something to say whether they know you or not. People going to have something to say, no, because they're looking for something to do. People are constantly looking for a way to deflect from their own life. People are constantly looking for a way to avoid what they need to work on. Everyone wants to focus on everybody else's business and issues except for what's going on with them. So people, that's why gossiping and celebrity gossip and all that stuff is popular, because people love to deflect, not reflect. Anything to pull them away from taking responsibility for things that they need to work on. Anything to pull them away or draw a wedge. It's like a temporary block. Oh, what's going on around the corner? Oh, I ain't gonna worry about my corner, but I want to know what's going on around the corner. Oh, what's going on over there at their house? Okay, never mind my house, but what's going, that kind of energy. So, yeah. So this is the thumbs up emoji. I call this from the universe that you are on the right path. Never mind anyone's judgment. Let people talk. while you are walking your spiritual walk. Later.